West.
I have permission to use your image and your voice in our documentary?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, it'll give you an actual roadmap of how to get to every Walmart. Like, sure. There. Does it? Oh, yeah, right there. Does it show the Walmarts? These are Walmart locations across Canada. Can we photocopy our page for you?
Do you have a business card?
We don't really have business cards.
I have the one that Tim gave me yesterday.
Just a generic one.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got your names.
Just what we wanted to do was see if we can obtain as many email addresses as possible, and then just do a mass email address with all our schedules when we're coming into those Walmarts. So at least individually they can prepare to have them.
Yeah.
You know, while we're working towards corporate sponsorship, we can contact them individually.
Okay.
And this way we can keep you up to date on how that's going.
You said you had a web page where you posted?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
It's on the you've got a it's on the poster, but yeah.
I thought they actually showed the actual Walmart right on the store. But would that help you?
Yeah.
Right here? We'll just photocopy.
Speaking about repair and maintenance on area highways like 144, 129, 11, and 17.
Is it the subway your store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we stop off afterwards?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
What I'll do is I'll give you some free sub coupons.
Okay.
We have actually 6 on that group.
Okay. You good?
No, it's up with sandwiches. Can't do it for the guys. Everything. Whenever we're in the vicinity, down.
2 hours that way. 3 hours to Hearst that way.
When you gonna put me the camera thingy on microphone?
When we need it, we don't really need it.
Why?
Well, when we do an interview with you,
That's not fair.
yeah,
It's not.
yeah. Because I want to do an interview with you
When?
this weekend.
When?
Yeah, tomorrow.
What are you gonna interview me about?
Did you see the
Ask me the questions.
Yeah.
I'll answer them now.
Is that today?
Oh no, yesterday.
Yesterday's. That's the one.
Seen it already?
That's the one. Yeah, something brought up.
Hi.
Hi there.
Are you helping out with the escort?
Are you with Kristophers?
This is Christopher
Hi.
right here.
Hello.
Constable Cromwell. Nice to meet you.
Church.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
That's it.
You do it.
No, this
You're
is
better.
Kristophers
No,
Wish.
it's not. You do it.
No, I'm the videographer. I'm
No,
not-
I don't care about the videographer.
I do.
You do it.
No.
You do it.
No,
He's
just
waiting for you. You answer. You go.
no.
Yes. Excuse me. Do you know what the mayor's office is?
Over here. Here we go.
The mayor's office? Do you know what the mayor's office is?
Okay, just go straight down the hallway. He's at the end.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
That wasn't powered moral.
There, that's
No,
right.
no, I'm talking to you. Why can't you do it?
Because you're Christopher, not me.
Who cares?
I do, and so does everyone else.
Where's the mayor's office? I don't know.
Mayor's office is up there.
Up these stairs? Thank you, sir. I'm coming.
Door is shut.
Knock.
Oh, he's not there. Oh, well. Now where'd he go? We'll just leave these bushes in here. Let's go. You just in there?
Don't ask me. I'm just the videographer.
Come on, videographer. Give me some pointers. Jesus.
No, you're
You've
supposed.
done this more than I have.
You hand out the pins. Ask people to be organ donors.
They can run around on their own. I'm just Christopher. I'm just walking.
You're more than just Christopher.
I'm just Christopher.
Is that the mayor?
Hello, are you the mayor?
No, I'm not. I'm the administrator. The mayor should be here at 2. It was arranged that he was going to be here for 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. Okay.
And he's at his work. He's got a business and that he's working there.
Okay.
But he'll come here for 2.
Okay,
He'll
thanks.
be here in about half an hour.
Yep.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Yep. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
What did George say to do? Hang up the posters and hand out the pins. So you could easily hand out a whole handful of pins right here and say, could you please ask your staff if they would wear one of these pins? Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi again.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You've got work to do. I mean,
Come on.
Christopher.
Hi.
Would you be able to hand some of these out to your staff? Because we're doing a little walk here today and we're meeting the mayor and everything.
It's the gift of life ribbon for organ donation.
You're probably giving me too many. There's how many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have you given some at the end?
No.
No? Okay. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 would be enough.
Okay.
I don't want to waste them all.
Oh, we got lots.
Okay, if I take 12, I'll be...
And we can just leave some here for people to come by and take some.
Okay, sure.
We have a few.
All right.
So if they want to take them, you can just say to take them.
Okay.
There.
You wanted me
And
to
here's some
put a
posters,
poster
too.
somewhere, yeah?
Yeah, anywhere you want
Okay, I'll do that.
for the walk today.
Okay, so I'll just take
So you can,
one.
you sure? You can
One
take.
for the office, I
Yeah.
think.
You can keep all of them no matter what. You can do
Well,
whatever.
it's going to be a waste if you could give them to someone. That would be nice. Okay, so I'll just take
So you can,
one.
You sure? You can
One
take.
for the office, I
Yeah.
think.
You can keep all of them no matter what. You can do whatever.
Well, it's going to be a waste if you could give them to someone. That would be nice.
Okay.
If I post one here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Sign off.
Yeah, I know we should figure it out.
See me this been this a few towns ago. I can't remember the name. He's from
Yeah, I can go ahead if you want. I can go ahead to the lights a bit of silence.
Okay, for that?
We're all gonna be hooked. You too?
This is on.
Oh, not really. Oh, yeah? You too?
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have arrangements made for the assembly at 2:30. Can you say a few words here?
My problem is I have a meeting with the whole bunch of citizens over at tax issue at 2:30.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to say a few words here.
Okay, perfect.
And after that, I'm going to have to head out because I have a bunch of people waiting at the other end.
Okay,
So I
perfect.
just wanted to show up for the march. And,
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
I figured more important than march is to get to speak.
Mr. What's his name? Peter. To the whole thing.
Okay.
If you say precious consent, people will listen.
Okay. I hear this. But he's actually, Peter's brought that over and he's had, can we have one of those for the
Yeah,
office?
absolutely.
Actually, if you give me two of them, I'll put them in both offices.
Now, Smitherman is open to this.
Good.
The other government wasn't.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that, with the NDP's help, that we can help make these needed changes.
Very good. Very good.
All righty? Okay, I gotta go.
There he is. I've got to go off to another meeting, but I just wanted to congratulate you for the work that you do. It tells me something, and often we adults talk about how kids don't have heart, and they don't care, and they're not socially active. That's all garbage. We know that you guys care, that you do what has to be done, and this is proof of it. This is a very serious issue. I think from time to time in our families and friends, we see people that are in need of organ transplant. In fact, I was on a plane Sunday flying down to Toronto when a person from Timmins told me he got a call after waiting 6 years for kidney transplant, and he just, within 15 minutes, had to run to the airport, jump on a plane to go for transplant. It's pretty serious stuff. The work that you're doing, Chris, is good because it raises the issue so that people start thinking about it. And as I was talking to your dad and some others that are involved with you, we're working at Queen's Park and trying to develop legislation that makes it much easier for being able to find people that are prepared to make sure that their organs are given in the event that something should happen to them, so that other people can have a chance to live or to have a better health. So I wish you well. We'll continue working on this, and I know with the support of your friends, your amis, as we say in Kapuskasing, that you'll do well. So I hope everything goes well with you. And it tells me, sir, you have a very fine son. You should be proud. Okay, thank you. Any quick questions before I run and meet with all your parents who are mad about property tax assessment?
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry?
You said about that movie first?
Yeah.
Can I have your attention, please? Please. Yes. Okay, this is a quote from Kristopher Knowles. My wish is to accomplish a 200 city/town walking tour across Canada. I want to bring attention to the issue so I can help save nearly 4,000 Canadians that also need organ transplants. Can we have a please round of applause for Kristopher?
Okay, this is a little bit different than we usually do it, but my name is George Macholo, I'm the road manager. What we're going to do is get Chris to say a few words. Sue, yeah, where's your book? Books? Right here? Yep. Then right after we do your few words, we'll get quickly into the questions and answers, okay? This guy is time to shoot. Okay, so here's Chris.
Thanks, Rich.
He's good.
Well, first I'd like to thank my road team. On my right, my dad/driver, Kelly Knowles. At the back, holding the camera behind two expert people. My mom, Sandy Knowles. The guy holding the camera, videotaping all you guys. Documentary crew, Mel Roberts. Road manager on my left, George Martello. And assistant road manager, Biliary Atresia. Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I'm 13 years old. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of the hospital most of my life. I've had over 20 operations that saved my life. I'm doing this walk to bring awareness to the shortage of organ and tissue needed.
Okay. You know what, don't you? Yeah, you do. We got, well, Chris really grooved on the food.
And Walmart.
And also Walmart, there was a guy that dressed up in a dress. One of the, yeah, no kidding. He dressed up in a dress just to meet Chris. Like, so we got the photo and everything, so, and it's going up on our website under Kapuskasing. So, And who else? Do we have any other people that, this town has just been so great with support. Now tomorrow, we're going to be doing a big fundraiser while we're here. We're going to be at the Circle. We're hoping that we're going to be doing a big fundraiser while we're here. We're going to be at the Circle. We're hoping that we're praying it's going to be a nice day. And we're going to bring along all our donor cards and brochures and green ribbons and stuff. And Chris will be there along with the rest of the team. And we're going to have some buckets to see if we can get some help. He's good on this part. He's going to, why are you calling me up here, man? Like, you know, but he loves it. He loves it. He just pretends because he's good. Because he speaks from the heart, you know, and that's what counts. Here's Biliary.
Thank you very much. These guys caught me off guard. You know what? I just want to say thank you very much for welcoming us in your town. It is a beautiful part of the country. I'm from Toronto. I've been born and raised there all my life. This is the first time I'm getting across Canada, and it's beautiful up here. I just want to say that, you know, I met Chris about 7-8 months ago, and you know what? He had well, we take it for granted because, you know, when I see somebody else hurting, well, I feel bad for you, but to be able to do something about it, since I've been along on this journey, it's been very rewarding for me. And just like people like yourselves who come out here, give the time to come out and just to listen, to see what's going on, that there are over 4,000 men, women, and children on the waiting list who...
Okay, let's get directly to the question. That we have this big shortage. Right now there's almost 4,000 people, men, women, and children like Chris, on the waiting list. Because of the shortage, the person that's the sickest, like usually when they just have like weeks or maybe even days left to live, they get put to the front of the list, right? So those people that have been waiting for a while and they're relatively still kind of healthy, but not really healthy, you know, they kind of have to stay stagnant on that list because there's so many people that are getting so sick they only have days or weeks left. They have to get theirs before anybody else. It's because of the shortage that we have to be faced with a list like that. If we have the potential to save everybody on that list, so if this issue got the attention it deserves, we wouldn't have to face those problems. Christopher would have received his liver by now, you know, so that's why this is so important, you know, that's why we have to do what we're doing right now. Okay, next question, good question. Back there, the guy, what's your name?
Where did your journey start? Where have you guys been?
We started in Sarnia on January 8, 2004, and we're doing 76 communities in Ontario, and then we're heading out west to BC, and then we're going to fly to BC to Toronto, and staying there for 3 weeks, and I get to throw a pitch at a Blue Jays game, and then we get to fly all the way to St. John's, Newfoundland, and then walk back all the way to Toronto and be done December 25th, 2004.
Next question. Back there.
How much do you walk per day?
Well, today we walked about like a kilometer, but we walk about 1 to 10 kilometers a day. Depends how the weather is.
And remember, he's doing 200 communities right across the country, so, you know, all those kilometers add up, and it would pretty well measure going from one end to the other anyways, but the important thing is that he's making the stops in each community to bring the message, so. Next question? Over here?
Is there certain foods that you have to watch? Since you have no...
No. I can eat anything I want.
What about drinking?
I can drink whatever I want to.
Hope you're not talking about alcohol.
Only on special occasions.
Next question. I haven't heard a question from any of the girls yet. Oh, here we got a brave soul.
How does one become a donor?
Okay, well, what we've done today is we brought a lot of donor cards. Billy, where's the donor cards? They're over here.
School bell's gonna ring.
So if there's not enough to go around at this point in time, I'm going to ask your principal or the staff here to make sure that there's going to always be an abundant supply. So anybody that ever needs a donor card, pick one up here. So that's the first step. Then the next step is, once you get that donor card, if you find the moment, the right moment, talk about your wish with mom and dad and the family, okay? Next question, back there.
School bell's gonna ring, George.
Sorry? Yeah, good question. If you are under 18, you should be talking to your parents about it, but still, if you're over 18, you still need to share your wish with your family because they're going to make the final decision. Fortunately, that was the last question. Your bell's going to ring in a few minutes. Wish we can have you guys here longer, but remember, tomorrow we're going to be at the circle. Anybody that can come out and help out and talk more to Chris, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
And have a good luck on your on your noble quest. I hope this award is
Willie, I got a competition for ownership of me. I'm property though. You don't want property, so technically it can be bought. It can become a girl.
Oh, she can be bought.
Lily, she can't be bought. It's a girl. You're not using any of the funds. Smart girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kapuskasing Sports Palace for the first annual NHL Alumni Benefit Hockey Game. Tonight's game features hockey's heroes against our provincial heroes, representatives of the OPP who collectively call themselves the Kapuskasing Cruisers. My name is Steve Carter, and I'll be with you for the game today, announcing both teams, the goals and the assists, and anything else that you'd like. Let's begin tonight's event by announcing the home team, a team that has been training long and hard now in an effort to have the opportunity to defeat the NHL superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your hometown gang, the Kapuskasing Cruisers. Sponsored by Northern Signs, this is number 1, Guy Dubas. Wearing number 2, sponsored by Timberland Ford, Sam Kiakado. Sponsored by Maurice Lebrun Contracting, number 3, Charles Richet. Sponsored by Val Albert Motors Limited, number 4, Steve Fillon. by Les Boys Sports, number 5, Derek Shoppa. Also sponsored by Timberland Ford, number 6 is Sam Asner. Sponsored by Bourgeois Brunel Dumais and Boucher, number 7, Stéphane Tremblay. Sponsored by R&R Automotive, number 8, Paul Babin. Sponsored by John's Restaurant and Pizzeria, number 9, Sean McGaffrin. Sponsored by Subway, number 10 is Joe Terraschuk. He's sponsored by George F. Campbell Limited, number 12, Matt Gould. Sponsored by Spot Jets Northern Hotel, number 13, Sebastien Villeneuve. And sponsored by Norm's Towing, number 14, Dan Michaud. Trainer for the Kapuskasing Cruisers is Bert Mignot. And team manager is Andre Dupuis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kapuskasing Cruisers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please be prepared to applaud long and loud for players who played before contracts became into the millions. These players played hockey for the love of the game. They could always be counted on to make the big save or score the winning goal when the game was on the line. They are proud to support charities across Ontario, such as the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you hockey's greatest family, the NHL alumni! In net tonight is the winner of the MVP award in the Central League in 1971. He is a former Blue, Ranger, Scout, and Red Wing, number 1, Peter McDuffie. He's a former King, Maple Leaf, Blackhawk, and Devil. His biggest asset outside of his toughness is his tremendous team spirit on and off the ice. He's a great team player and always the biggest man on the club. Number 2, Dave Hutchison. He stood out as an imposing figure on the blue line for 11 years in the NHL. In 1989, he was proud to hoist the Stanley Cup. Number 3, Rick Natras. He's an offensive-minded defenseman who spent his years with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 5, Greg Hoffman. Years ago, this player scored the overtime winner to win the Memorial Cup for the Peterborough Petes. He then went on to a successful career in Europe and in the NHL. Number 12, Bob Atwell. This right winger played over 700 games in the NHL and won a Stanley Cup in 1993 with the Montreal Canadiens. But you are going to remember him best for his 50-goal year as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Please welcome number 14, Gary Lehman. He's a former Boston Bruin who currently is the last NHL to record a hat trick against the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs. Quite simply, folks, the toughest player ever is number 17, Stan Jonathan. In 1977, he scored 96 goals in the junior leagues. He went on to score 40 for the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1984. Ladies and gentlemen, the number one center for many years in Toronto is number 18, Bill Derlego. Here's another hard-working, gritty role player, a two-way player who spent 8 NHL years with Washington, Toronto, and Buffalo, number 20, Lou Francischetti. A smooth skating defenseman, he was a standout on the blue line for the Maple Leafs during the late 60s and early 70s. Number 21 is Mike Pellick. Ladies and gentlemen, this player was the captain of the two-time Memorial Cup champion Cornwall Royals in the early 80s. In the NHL, he played for both Montreal and Toronto, and he never failed to bring his A game. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Montreal, Quebec, number 25, Dan Daoud. Up next is a man who spent his years with the Flames, Capitals, and Kings. He was equally adept as either a defenseman or a forward. Number 26 is Ken Houston. At the tender age of 22, he became one of the youngest players in NHL history to wear the C on his sweater when he became captain of the Colorado Rockies. He later spent time with the Maple Leafs, Sabres, Penguins, Rangers, and Nordiques, and proudly wore Canada's colors on 3 occasions for the World Championships. From Earlton, Ontario, number 27, Wolf Paymo. This player is an 8-year NHL pro who spent time with the Flames, Maple Leafs, Blackhawks, and Capitals, wearing number 28, Pat Ribble. And your special guest coach tonight for the NHL alumni is a former Flyer, Red Wing, Blackhawk, and North Star, one of the most competitive players of all time, John Mizza. But certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, your special guest referee for our game is one of the most respected officials of all time, and yes, he does hold the record for never missing a single call. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't boo Ron Wicks. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that everybody please rise for the singing of Old Canada, tonight performed by Madeleine Tennessee.
Tony
is in support of the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics, and a couple of our local heroes are here to help us drop in the puck. They are athletes in the sport of floor hockey, track and field, bowling, and cross-country skiing, and both members of the Kapuskasing Club. Please welcome Bill Churel and Raymond Lacourcière. Thank you very much to everybody involved. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one rule for tonight's game, and it's to have fun. So we've got only 3 words left to say. Let's play hockey!
Here's a book from the guys, okay?
Oh, thanks.
Good luck with your travels.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Where are you starting?
I started in Sarnia January 8th, and we're doing 76 communities in Ontario. Then we're heading out west to BC. Then we're flying back to Toronto and doing staying a 3-week period there, and I get to throw a pitch at a Blue Jays game. And then we're flying to St. John's, Newfoundland, and walking back to Toronto. Will be done December 25th.
How many kilometers?
I've done about 500 to 600 kilometers so far.
Hey, Chris, tell them what your situation is.
I was born with a disease called Biliary Atresia. I'm waiting for a liver, and I've been waiting my whole life. I still haven't got one yet. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. But see, what I'd like from you here is to explain how come this part of the campaign is so important. Coming out here and setting up a booth.
Yeah.
And just tell me a bit about why this is important.
Okay. Well, as you can see, we're setting up a table here at Independence. Get the proper name of this.
Yeah, it's the Independent.
Is that it? Grocers?
Yeah.
Supermarket?
Yeah.
This is really important because we're running out of funds right now. And the real world, there's expenses on the road. And no matter, you know, how good the reason why we're doing the campaign, all the good reasons why we're doing it, and all this support, enthusiasm that we're getting from people, and you know, but we got bills to pay, and if we don't raise the funds to pay these bills, we're not moving forward. So right now we're at a critical crossroads because we don't presently have enough funds to sustain everything, you know, and we're back to a day-by-day survival. We're not working with any big budget to rely on, to depend on, so we're back to day by day. And what that means is that I think Merle Roberts put it well this morning. Life on the road does not revolve around us. We have to revolve around the life on the road. So we have to adapt, we have to hustle, we have to beg, you know, we have to, on our bad days, we have to stand firm, we gotta roll up our sleeves, you know, and these are the times that most of the public doesn't see. Most of the public sees, you know, the walk and how beautiful the reason for doing it, you know, and they all seem to think that somebody's sponsoring us, which has never been the case. So today is day 87, and we're here at Independent and
Independent where?
Independent grocers. Is it grocers?
Yeah, it's independent.
Sure?
Independent, yeah, it's just independent. But I meant the town, the community.
Yeah, and we're in Kapuskasing, you know, and we got radio announcements going that we're trying to raise funds today. There was an announcement made at the arena yesterday, you know, so we have to come out here and raise these funds now. You know, we have to do it. There's no other way around it. So, day by day.
Look at all cameras back.
Does George have all your names?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I know for the camera, for the documentary. What's your name?
Natalie Newburn.
Okay, and you are?
Nicole Newburn. Kristen McNeil. I gotta get a good answer.
Well, no, just answer from, you know, what you feel.
Okay.
Yeah, why do you feel that, this is an important issue? And if you do?
I think it's really important to help people like with organ donations and stuff because there's so many people that need one, and it's nice to see people coming out and showing their support and appreciation for people who do need an organ transplant.
And why do you think it's important that young people specifically are getting this message?
Well, Chris is 13, and if he's able to get people's attention at that age, then maybe we can all help. Instead of listening to adults, we can listen to kids who are going through it, so we can kind of relate to them.
I don't know what to say. I know the same thing that they said. He's a great kid, and I have so much respect for him now. To see him doing this. Well, yeah, to see a 13-year-old boy.
I have to give him the extra money. That's coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that. Period.
So you're leaving today. How do you feel about your experience overall with Kristophers Wish?
Beautiful. Yeah. It was good. It was a good experience. It was an experience that, you know, you're not gonna get by, you know, the only other experience like this on a trip going away or anything is on the fucking goose.
If you don't know what the goose is, you don't want to know. You go on the goose, you lose. Oh, yeah. Other than that, it's been an experience. One hell of an experience. So, you know what I mean? Bottoms up with the Tim Hortons. Lots of Tim Hortons you're going to be seeing. You got the audacity to fill in my phone and ask me how's Merle doing? Is he still as sweet as ever? It's my phone. You don't be phoning me up on my phone and ask me about another man. Especially Merle, my friend. Oh, he ain't, is he?
They can't.
Oh, come on, Daisy. Fred, can't you get her up first? Can't you get her down south? Down our way. But you can come by plane. We'll pick you up.
Okay, see you later. Good.
Right out the front, Mother.
You too, Billy.
We got him on tape. You know that? He just don't quit, does he?
One hotel.
Oh, I was in there.
But he waved us
Yeah,
down for later.
because we thought, oh, maybe find directions to the gym.
I think he was a recruiter or something like higher education for like alternative learning or something. And then he's on the road for 3 months and he's doing this. He's touring the north area, like St. Catharines, and he's been right through the city. At St. Catharines just before we were, just after we were. The buzz is just amazing.
Chicken, sliced up chicken with taco cheese.
This is Dawn. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Good. That's George, the road manager. Hi, George. And Merle.
Hi, George. Hi. Your name? Sandy.
Put together okay, that's fine, because there probably we won't have too many choices.
It's supposed to get up to 9 today, so...
Oh, okay, great.
Listen, good luck with y'all.
Thanks. 854 1. Okay. The next one. We want him to, you know, and it's the same mayor that I met, right? 4 years ago? Oh.
And if Robert likes that, that's good.
Oh, see what? Okay.
Well, you can get, yeah, you'll get it. You know, there was a
Committee at that time. Yes, okay, I remember. How is Cote, Helen Cote?
As soon as my mom or dad sit down.
She's okay? Do you have her phone number?
Nothing, great. Like anybody else, I would.
Yes, yes.
Like I thought my parents couldn't understand.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
Hi. My parents never did nothing.
College Boreal. Okay, perfect. And can I ask you to, if you can, one more favor?
Yeah.
We're trying to make arrangements for accommodations at the Canyon Hotel for Sunday evening. And I did speak to Estelle so far. I think she wants to phone the owner. But she just wanted more verification about our activities. If you can let her know that the mayor is going to be attending at Clayton Brown at 2:45 on Monday, you know, that would help bring more verification. Yeah, because we're trying to get 3 rooms for Sunday night there. Yep. Thank you. Sorry, what was your name again?
I used your phone.
Yeah? Did I meet you 4 years ago? How about the other gentleman? He was head of rec. Oh, he will? Okay, good. Guy Lozier. Au revoir. That's okay. That's okay, no problem. Au revoir.
I got in line with you.
Yeah, later on.
Which one did you go to?
No, I didn't end up going. I went back to the hotel and I just got tired. No, not yet because I got
Is that the big one just down the street?
Yeah, there's a big one, the guy who owns it. Because the lady.
Yes, bonjour, it's George Marcello calling. Can I speak to Helen Cote? Thank you.
He's French, yeah, she told me. I don't know his name, but I'm gonna say hi. Your husband? Oh, you? Yeah.
Is there no curbs here?
Christopher? You're going to be meeting him. Now don't freak out, he's going to be coming in a dress. Just for you.
Just for you.
Right?
Shave his head, he's wearing a dress.
Cool.
How long have you been on this tour there, Chris?
84 days.
84 days already.
Yep.
Having a lot of fun? Yeah, a lot of people. I think you're doing a great thing. Just want to let you know that. Okay? We talked about you at our meeting this morning. All the associates are showing great interest in you. That's good.
Thanks.
He comes right now.
Hello?
Hello. Christopher?
Yep.
How are you?
Good.
Hi, Tim.
How are you today?
I'm not too bad, sir.
I'll be right with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is your dad coming?
Nope.
We need the camera.
Oh. Well,
No, for the website.
Okay.
The money for charity.
Oh, good for you.
And I told them, I said, if you reach $1,000, I'll wear a dress
You
and
gotta
shave
keep
my
your
head.
word.
So,
You are.
yeah, that's right. Gotta do it.
Green's your color, Tim.
Green is my color, yeah.
We need Tim involved too.
Come on in, Tim.
Let's go in there, Tim.
And that'll be 81 on that, please. Oh, I have $10.
No, keep.
I got it.
Chris.
Is that a donation?
Yeah. Did you want your card back to put more stock up?
Oh, perfect.
You asked me if you can have a stock. Yeah, I'm gonna give you mine, okay? Okay, thanks. So you can have the first one, and this was signed by an associate here. Boy, when we had our first store.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's an honor.
You're welcome. We'll put it on now. You can start that as your tradition. Yeah. And ask them for a store pin. Thank you. Okay.
And you're part of the accounting office?
A personnel office.
Oh, personnel
Yeah.
office. Okay. Do you have a schedule of the Walmarts from here on west?
I have permission to use your image and your voice in our documentary?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
He's a great kid.
Yeah.
And I have so much respect for him now to see him doing this.
Well, yeah, to see a 13-year-old boy walk around like Canada just to raise money to help people out, that's something that takes a lot of guts to do.
Actually, he's not walking to raise the money, though. That's
No, but he's walking to raise awareness.
to raise the awareness. Yeah. The money's helping him walk.
I think he's really brave. Not lots of kids have the courage to do what he's doing, even if like they don't need an organ transplant. I wouldn't have thought of doing anything unless I would have, if I didn't meet Chris.
Okay, but now that you've met him,
Yeah.
have you?
If I wouldn't have met Chris, then I probably wouldn't have even thought of doing this or like, because you don't see many people doing it all the time. So. I did sign my donor card though.
You did
Right
sign
as soon as I got it. Not yesterday there, like.
But when you got
Yeah.
the license?
Oh, I'm gonna sign my donor card right when I get my license.
Have you ever thought about the fact that being in northern Ontario, it's one of the most remote places, and that there are really no sort of organ retrieval centers up here?
We don't know anything about it here. Like, there's no education for us. There's no one to teach us that people do need organ transplants and where to go if you want to help and where to go if you want to donate something. There's absolutely nothing like that for us here. So after Chris came to CAPS, that's like probably the only awareness that we actually have. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Or you're with them. Or you're videoing. Oh, I'm going to get out of the
Yeah. So after Chris came to the
After Chris came, it really, like, it brought it to my mind. It opened a lot of people's eyes. Yeah. Like, we're a really secluded community, so no one thinks about it at all.
Well, like I'm wondering, like yesterday I saw you were at the walk. I saw you at the walk. I don't know if I saw you there.
No, I had a different class.
You were at the walk?
No, just me.
Just you. Okay, and I mean, in some of the communities, we get a great response. In others, we get a more modest response because people really don't know what it's about or they don't come out. Do you feel that now, after yesterday, if Chris were to come walking through this community next year, that he would get a bigger or better response at all?
I think he would because people know him now. People know he's the kid needing a liver transplant. So people are gonna recognize him more than just being any old kid. The response I got when I was going door to door was, oh, I heard about that. And if people heard about it this time, then they'll probably keep their eyes open for something about it again. I don't think that they're gonna recognize him as the boy who needs an organ
transplant, I think they're going to recognize him as the boy who walked across Canada to make people realize what's going on and how many people are affected.
And do you think that the issue is going to be larger than Kristopher, or is Kristopher larger than the issue?
I think he's bigger than the issue. Because it takes a lot of courage to do stuff like this, and he wants to help everyone, not just himself.
For a 13-year-old boy to go out into Canada just for people around the world or whatever, it's really brave and like goes from the heart, you know.
Current system, you have to sign your donor cards to be a donor. You can't just, they won't just take your organs if you die. How do you feel if they were to change the laws to say that if a person dies, they are presumed to be an organ donor and will give the gift of life to others?
For me, I think it would be a good thing, but a lot of people aren't willing to give up their organs to other people, so it's kind of an ethical issue to a person. But if it were up to me, I would change it so that everyone would donate their organs.
So if that were the way the law read, that if someone dies, their consent would be considered a precious gift that they've given to someone. You would be okay with that?
Yeah, I'd be okay.
Or to the girls about their involvement with Kristophers Wish and why they felt that it was an important issue. Why are you involved?
Why am I involved? Because about 2 or 3 years ago I lost a cousin to leukemia, and now my aunt started a foundation. It's called Northern Corridor Children's Fund, and I've always been helping her. And when you guys were in town, it was like, oh, maybe I should give my time too, because I already know what I'm doing, and like I help raise a lot of money in Cat.
Okay, what's your name?
Matt Piche.
Matt Piche, Piche.
Yeah.
So so do you help your aunt with the foundation?
Yeah. One time I shaved my head bald for her, and I gave maybe 20 or 40 hours with her in 1 year, doing like serving for her suppers and helping like money raise, go to door and stuff.
Do you think organ donation is an important issue in Canada?
Yeah, very important, because people like who take their organs that are already been used and dead and can't use them anymore, maybe you should give it to someone so they have a chance to live to know what it felt like.
Do you think a system that would sort of mirror the one they have in Spain, where if you die, you're automatically a donor? Do you think that's a good system that Canada should adopt?
They should have it right now, actually, because maybe we wouldn't have those 4,000 people who need a liver transplant. People like Chris would be getting one a lot quicker. It's way better that way.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm just very proud that a 13-year-old kid is doing this.
George, you have some